Your vulnerability will increase your visibility. Well, in our lives, one of the biggest things we do is we hide. We hide our feelings, we hide our emotions, many times we hide exactly who we are, and we live a life of a facade. But if you think about it, if we could truly be vulnerable with one another and share what is on our minds, share our thoughts, our feelings, we'd be that much better off in the circle of people that we hang out with. It does one of two things. One, it either brings you closer to the people that are in your life by being vulnerable and gives you a stronger connection, or two, it weeds out the people that don't resonate with you, and honestly, you find out that you don't resonate with them and you move on. You go your separate ways because some people don't like it when others are vulnerable. It is a cold, hard truth. You can be in an environment where somebody will get emotional and cry, and look around the room or look at the group of people you're with and see how they respond. Sometimes it makes people incredibly uncomfortable. Other people's body language will show in that uncomfortableness that they're, disgusted by your, what's the word I'm looking for, with your presentation of your emotions, that, your emotions are on your sleeve and they're not used to that. Maybe they grew up or have lived in an environment where taught that it's not okay for, let's say, men to cry, boys to cry, or it's not okay even for ladies to cry or to share. I've been in those circumstances too. But really, at the end of the day, vulnerability increases your visibility to everyone around you, and it is a great filter to find your tribe. It is a great filter to actually feel better about yourself. Crying is like they put pressure relief valves on different equipment so that the pressure doesn't build up and that piece of equipment explode or get damaged. Crying is something that helps us relieve the pressure that we have inside, the things that we're suffering with. And vulnerability is something, a lot of times when you're vulnerable to others, it can become emotional. Does it always come to a point of crying? Absolutely not. I know I joined a men's group that happens every Monday night. I'm like 7-8 weeks in. Don't plan on ever missing it. It is a great group of men that are learning how to be vulnerable with one another, because for so many years, men have been taught to suck it up, to not be vulnerable, to not cry, that it shows weakness. And, being vulnerable does not show weakness. It shows that you have incredible strength, that you have the ability to share with others and surrounding others, right? Or being in a group of others where you're actually sharing your thoughts, your feelings. And yes, it might involve crying. Oh well. Again, crying for both men and women, for humankind, is a way of releasing stress, releasing, negative energy. It is a pressure relief valve for our lives. So in order to be vulnerable, you have to be willing, not necessarily to cry, but you have to be willing to share with people, obviously, that you trust, in the surroundings that you trust, your deepest, maybe darkest secrets. Do you have to? Absolutely not. But what I'm telling you is that it's okay to do that. It's okay to be vulnerable and make yourself visible to others. And again, two things are going to happen. They're either going to embrace you and become more connected to you and you to them as a person or a group of people, or it's going to cause people to run the other way. And that's okay too. I'd rather be around people that know who exactly I am and what I stand for, and that I'm okay to be vulnerable and share with them, than be around people that I have to be phony and live a life that's a facade. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, DM me, drop me a comment below. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. God bless you all. Peace out and stay out of trouble.